The only time I have known love is when I was little, is when I was a child. I was the incarnation of Shiva, Brahma, Krishna and Vishnu himself. Because all these four dwell within one another, I was Creator himself. Because I was very happy wherever my mother was, I was very happy. She was so mean, she was so angry, she was so sad, she was so mean in the mean of the meanest. But I still loved her as she is, as I am, as within and without. I loved her and she loved me the same way. She loved me in her sadness, in her pain, but I didn't know it. So I loved her totally. Even when she hates me, want to throw me away, I still loved her. What does this mean? Doesn't this mean that I was Bhagavad Gita in the Krishna war? In the midst of chaos, Krishna was very calm, very gentle than all of the two sides, that the two sides decided to say, "Hey Krishna, show us the way, you are the supreme being." Then I was Shiva, I was all the things. I was the destroyer, I was the beautiful one, I was the ugly one, I was many things as you know yourself, as you do not know yourself. I was himself completely, but then I was Brahma himself, the creator. I created myself in a different image of my image. I was very busy creating myself. I forget that I created myself as pain, fear and love. But when I was a child, I was Brahma and Vishnu and Krishna in one's body. So there, I was very happy knowing that I am all that exists. But then I was Vishnu, I was the preserver of all the things that we have created upon the things that they have created. I was all of them all at once. That's why I was unfazed with whatever was happening from outside and within. The outside environment was very harsh. My mother cried as she cried for her life. Oh, I am so poor. Oh God, I die. My child doesn't have food. But I was so happy to know that I am all the creation, including the poor she is trying to run away, including the famine that I was in, that I was about to die. But I was so happy as a child. Even when I grew a little and I fell in love to a man or a woman, I fell in love with them because not I loved their face or their body or their appearance. I loved them as they loved themselves. I didn't love them for who they were. I loved them because they were me completely. But each time I didn't notice this, I was myself, the incarnation of all gods in one body. But when I grew up, everything changes. I begin to like the appearance of myself. I begin to like the appearance of others. I begin to saw my mother as the meanest person as she was. This was not the truth that I was seeking. Now I am trying to seek the same truth in the different vision of grown up. I am trying to conquer myself from many things I am running away from, and many things I am trying to conquer as money, women or men. Everything we are seeking, we are just trying to conquer our oneness in the all of the existence. So why don't you stop chasing your tail and stop being ignorant? Go back to when you were little. Go back to when you was a child. Go back there and say this: I want to be myself completely. Stop running away from your childhood. Go back there and ask your mother, why are you so mean to me? You are me. Why are you crying, mother? Crying is you and you are you. Why are you sad, mother? The sadness is you. Why don't you stop being here, mother? You are everywhere. Be everywhere. Know all the existence as yourself. But then my mother always says different. She didn't know me as she didn't know herself. She was always herself as the human being can be. Now listen. This is my meaning. You need to seek the within, the oneness of all, to be yourself. To fulfill the Krishna request, you must understand what he meant about You need to stop reading it. You need to be it itself to understand the meaning of itself. To understand Shiva, you need to be all the things that exist, all the things that doesn't exist too. To be Brahma, you need to be the creator. Create all the things in their good and their badness. To be Vishnu, you need to preserve all of you, all of yourself that exists. So now you shall know, I have completed the meaning. When you worship each one God, you are worshiping them all, because there was not the first one, but all them, they dwell within the oneness of them all. And the oneness of them all is not them all, because nothing is not Shiva. Shiva is an image of nothing, because nothing, when we are speaking about nothing, nothing is non-existence. Shiva, he is nothing, but nothing is not non-existence. He is nothing as a lap space upon the sky, but that lap space has awareness. Nothing does not know it exists. That's why we are trying to run away from it. Even your God and goddesses, they are trying to run away from the nothing that we were, because we do not want to non-exist. We want to exist. So with all our mightiest God, we can never conquer the nothing that we were. So we must deceive ourselves to figure out how and what we want to be next. And this is a chain that was set to you by your God and the goddesses of their many God and the goddesses of their main God and goddesses. You shall know your God, he is only God here, but upon his world he is worshipping another Shiva of the vision of Shiva, and that Shiva is worshipping another Shiva in the vision of Shiva that he doesn't know. So no, be all, but you will be one and all when you know this meaning. Beware, beware, I was with you, I am you, and I am not you completely, for we all grow together. That's why I am sharing this knowledge to you, so that when you awake in your body and you know what I mean, you shall conquer yourself and you shall share your image of yourself, because we all share different image as Shivas and Shivras of our Shivas and Shivras and Shivras of them all. Be here, be not be here, so that you can know what I mean.